Hi everyone, welcome to Hollie Talks. This evening we've got a special guest on, former Olympic gymnast Lisa Mason. Hope you enjoy the show. Please press the like and subscribe buttons. Hi Lisa.
Hey.
Your hair looks really pretty, by the way. Love it like that.
It's been a long time.
Like a curling wand or something?
Yeah, I used to wear it like this all the time. I just, decided I had enough and went back blonde, and as you do, they probably changed.
I've seen you so many different colour hair, blonde, brunette.
Oh, I've been every colour, I think. I get bored easy.
What's Lisa Mason been up to?
What? Through lockdown, DIYing.
Oh my God, you're actually the queen of DIY. I literally was watching your Instagram post thinking, fuck me, she ripped all that out, boarded it all up, decorated it, made it look so amazing all by herself. Did you just self-teach yourself? Is it like self-taught?
Yeah, I kind of just look at the logic behind things and just think, I can give it a go. And then my mindset is all my brothers are really good at like DIY and things like that, and my dad. So if it goes wrong, I'll just get one of them to fix it.
Give them a call.
Well,
I was thinking it's probably a really good time to talk about gymnastics, since we are in the Olympics, Tokyo, and we've just won a bronze medal with a great British team.
History, that's history. These girls.
That is history. We haven't done that. Is that since 1920 something?
Something a very long time. Yeah, very, very long time. They did amazing though. So
were they like set to win a medal? Did they think they would win a medal? Is that kind of?
It's always been kind of like, I think they were quite comfortably be in the top 5 easy.
Yeah.
But breaking through to that 3rd place was massive deal. So I think this Olympics, especially because of everything that's happened with COVID and everything being set back for so long, gymnastics is like a very different in like sport, for the fact that one, it's like an all year round sport. So trying to get the right time to peak for a competition, and most people in gymnastics lives will only kind of get 1 Olympics, maybe 2 at a push.
There's like a sell-by date, isn't there? There's a kind of age. What kind of age do they say?
Well, I mean, it's changing now. Like, thankfully, gymnasts are having longer careers and they are getting older. Things are not like they used to be, which is amazing. So, I mean, it is changing, but it's definitely very, very hard on the body. And, a lot of the time you just can't keep going and training 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, constantly. Your body hurts, and there are days you wake up and you just literally just want to just go back to bed or just sit in a hot bath because you can't move. So I think, like I said, this Olympics has been really tough for a lot of people. There's been a lot of injuries, there's been a lot of mistakes, because of COVID. The championships were like, the Olympics was put back, and so I think all these gymnasts have had a whole year of not even really being able to compete. So going out onto this big stage and having all this pressure put on them, like this is a normal situation. There's no crowds, there's no support. Normally you've got family members, supporters that can come out to the games and hype you up. You get in the energy of the arena, and they don't have that. And like I said, a lot of these gymnasts have had to push for an extra year just so they can get to the Olympics to say that they're Olympians.
Yeah.
So
how much pressure's on these girls, Lisa?
I mean, it's what makes your career. If you're an Olympian, you've literally hit the ultimate goal, haven't you? You've made it. You're the best of the best at the Olympics. So I think, it's definitely something that every athlete, not just gymnasts, every athlete aspires to make the Olympic Games, to become an Olympian. There's only a handful of people that can say, and I'm an Olympian. So let alone these girls getting bronze medals as well. I mean, that's amazing.
So tell me, Lisa, I know that you was in the Olympics yourself, Sydney 2000. Tell me about that year and leading up to it, and your performance that year.
It was very different back then because we actually entered into a centralized training system, which meant all the gymnasts had to leave their personal gym clubs and coaches and go and live at Littleshaw and train with all the national coaches.
Right.
It was very much kind of a, if you're not going to centralize, you ain't going to the Olympics type pressure. Because if you look at the team, everyone that was selected for that team was gymnasts that was centralized. So it was a bit of a crazy one, actually, because the Romanian gymnast that won that Olympic Games was actually stripped of her medal because of a drug testing thing, which has now later on like come out that it's not even on the drugs ban list. And
Wow.
that was a whole.
How old was you then, Lisa, when you entered the Olympics?
I was 18, 19.
So still quite young.
Like that, yeah. But yeah, also the vault was set at the wrong height.
Right.
So, I mean, that was a madness in itself. Like, that should have never, ever, ever happened.
You know, at the time, or was it after?
No, it was definitely, everyone was stacking it at the time. Like, everyone was warming up and competing, and just, you got like the best of the best, just, and everyone's like, what is going on? Like, I knew there was something wrong with the vault. Yeah. You know, I'd said to my coach, there's something wrong with the vault. He's like, there's nothing wrong with the vault, Lisa, you know, just get on with it. And I was just like, I mean, because you don't expect it. You don't expect at the Olympic Games for
professional, of course it's not.
Exactly. So my coach is not going to sit here and think there's something wrong with the vault. Let's put the vault wrong. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, there's something wrong with it. And everyone's like, no, this can't be right. We don't know why this is happening. But I literally did my vault, messed up, went on to bar. I mean, at that point, when you fall in competition, you're very much like, no, I'm not going to make it anywhere near what I thought I was going to anyway. So you kind of give a half kind of mediocre type attempt at the rest of your routine. So I'd gone on to bars, I'd gone on to beam. And then one of these officials came up and was just like, oh, hey, by the way, the vault was put at the wrong height. So, you know, you can vault again if you want. And I'm like, we're already hours behind schedule because they were messing around with like all the TV and everything else. I think it took 2 hours, around 2 hours for me to compete because I was first up on bars, I think, and then last up on beam, or the other way round. I can't remember which way it was.
Hi, Scott.
And yeah, it took 2 hours for me competing my routine on bars to me competing my routine on beam. So, I mean, that was draining in itself to keep your energy up and going. And then them turn around going, hey, you can redo it if you'd like to. I was thinking, are you fucking kidding me right now? So I think I was like one, because my coach was like, well, retake it. You need to retake it because you can get up, you know, on the table. And I was thinking, well, it's not going to be much because, you know, instead of giving my extra pizzazz on floor, I had a little, all right, I'm here, let me compete, you know. But I think I was one of 5 out of the 18, I think maybe, that competed on the low vault that chose to, you know, redo it. But, you know, ideally, to be honest with you, they should have restarted the whole competition. They should have like scrapped it and it should have restarted. I mean, there was never an apology given by the officials. Nothing. It was all a bit of a madness. Exactly. They sabotaged it.
Hi, Jan.
Hello, Evan.
What's going on to say hello? So how long was you out in Australia for? And, you know, was it hot out there? Did you struggle in heat, or was it good inside? Everything?
Well, we pretty much lead up to the competition. You have training camps. So like we were in, oh Lord. So we had our own training camp in Brisbane for like, I think it was like a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
And then you get held into the pre-Olympic training camp for a month. And then you move to the village. So I was probably in Australia for about 4 months, I think.
Wow.
Out there. But no, the weather was weird. It was like, actually a lot of people got sick. I was really, really sick the day that I competed for the Olympics. So like I was vomiting. I hadn't trained 2 days before the competition because there was a virus going around the camp. There was a sickness bug and there was a lot of like, you know, people were vomiting. I was so ill. So I didn't compete 2 days before the competition as well.
Did you think at that point that you might not be able to compete?
Well, yeah, but it was very much like I was the only one that really, me and another girl, Annika, would like our what's the word I'm looking for? We were the all-rounders. We were one that were going to final and things like that. So there was no you're not competing. It was like, get you
are.
I mean, I would have never not. Oh, can I? Yes, I can.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone follows Lisa on Instagram or any of her socials, she's always flipping around somewhere or doing some kind of moves. But
doing ninja stuff somewhere.
Yeah, you've still got it. You know, when they say they've got a bit of a age thing on it, like when I watch you, I still think, wow, you can still move.
I kind of think to myself, if I get to a point where I can't like flip or do anything like that, like that's when I officially feel old. Like I don't feel my age at all. So
I never have though. Like we're a similar kind of age. Do you know what I mean? So I've never felt my age. I think as well when you're doing so much training, you still do. You're still in the gym a lot and all that kind of stuff. I suppose it helps keep you young, doesn't it?
Exactly. Fitness is definitely the key to youth.
Jonathan, what's your most favourite memory of the competition you did? So of the Olympic Games, I'm presuming.
My favorite memory or competition did probably Commonwealth Games. Honestly, is my favorite competition or memory. There was a lot of fun things that happened then, but I think more so.
You mentioned a gold and a silver medal.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about that.
The funny thing was the routines that I was supposed to medal in, and I was supposed to like win like medals on beam and floor. I absolutely it up. Like I messed up my routines and I was like bummed out. And then I managed to get into the vault final, like, and that wasn't like my strongest event at the time.
Yeah.
And then I won gold on it. I was like, what is going on? So yeah, like that, I think that was more so the surprise of that. But my favorite competition will always be, I did a World Cup in Cottbus. And at the time, like the World Prix, there were World Cups, they were like Grand Prix events, so only the best of the best get invited.
Was that in UK, did you say, or where was that?
No, that was in Cottbus in Germany.
Germany, yeah.
So they're held all over the world. So they do a couple in Germany, Switzerland, Dubai, you know, Glasgow, everywhere around the world. They do these Grand Prix events. So I was invited to do that, and no British, I mean, a couple of British gymnasts had gone, but never really done anything. And I won medals on floor and vault and was the first gymnast from Great Britain to actually medal in a World Series event, actually.
Wow. Was that before or after the Olympics?
This is before the Olympics. But yeah, they were like so chill. It was like more like, although it's serious because you're playing for money at that point as well. That's why I liked it, because we were playing for money.
Amazing. So Soup said, is it really friendly in the Olympic Village?
Yes, it is. It's actually such a dope vibe. I get so many weird questions about the Olympic Village, especially about like sex. Everyone's like, did they hide condoms like around the village? I'm like, no. I don't know what that thing is. There was like this rumor.
In your inbox, Lisa.
I know, but there was this rumor that was put around that Durex had put like gold, silver, and bronze condoms everywhere. I'm like, what?
I didn't hear that, because I remember thinking that's crazy. Yusuf, what was your toughest challenge in the Olympics, and how did you manage to overcome it?
My toughest. Do you know what? If I'm really honest, like, because I was supposed to be in the beam final. Let's just say that. And my own judge marked me down, gave me the lowest score on the whole panel of judges, which knocked me out of the beam final, put me into first reserve by 0.001 of a 10.
Wow.
I was very angry, very angry. But yeah, it was I couldn't change it, so I don't really know how I overcome it. It still pisses me off now, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know, that was probably the hardest bit, you know.
Yeah, bless you. So what Harry said, what is the toughest move you have ever had to perform at a contest? What's the toughest move?
So I was, I believe, one of the first to do like a backflip into a somersault full twist on beam, and I was one of the first to do triple twist somersault on floor directly into like a punch front, which is like an ankle crusher. But yeah.
Have you broken?
I don't know if you understand that, but
have you ever broken any bones, Lisa?
Yes, I snapped my arm in half.
I've done that.
That side's worse, if you can see that.
Oh, so you snapped your left. Is that your left arm? I'm on
Yeah.
reverse, no.
Yeah, reverse.
Did you snap that before or after the Olympics?
Before. I snapped that at the junior nationals on bars, actually. I fell from the bar and my arm was like up there somewhere. I didn't even know. And
mine went that way, yeah.
That way, yeah. It was just like this.
Oh, yeah.
And I just got up and I saw the audience face and they were like, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you don't feel it at first, do you? It's after. It takes about 10 seconds to kick in and your arm's flapping around. You're like, oh shit, that's what.
Dude, I just screamed and I was like, Mom! And I literally grabbed my arm and went and snapped it back in. So then my two bones like this, they commuted. So they did that. So my arm was sticking out like a bloody S. And I was sitting there and I just remembered my mum, because, you know, she's tall. She's 6'1", isn't she?
Yeah, she's tall.
I'm legging it over. She tried to go under the low bar, smacked her fucking head. I was crying laughing. But yeah, no, I did that. I had 2 plates, 12 bolts. And then I think it was like 8 months later, I came back and won my first nationals at Guildford, as a senior. So I was the youngest ever gymnast to win a senior title. I was only 14.
So just 8 months after snapping your arm in half, with all that metal in your arm, you came back in and you won.
And I had to take it out because they said if I didn't take it out, it would have broken at the end of the bone. So I had 2 surgeries. That's why it's fucked up.
Wow, Jesus Christ. And then we've got another one. I remember you won a Hoover in one competition. Do you win Hoovers in gymnastics?
Mate, every time we went to Romania, they just give us like all these gifts and be like, you get a gold medal.
You're only 15, I'll get you a Hoover for your room.
Exactly. But you know what? That shit went in my loft. And when I got my first apartment, I had Hoovers, I had kettles, I had toasters, I had it all, because Romania stacked me up on my house goods. I was good.
Amazing. Fuck me. We've got to bring our kids up to be gymnasts. We don't have to buy them when they move out.
That's it. Turning you.
Big up for being an Olympian. Have you got the Olympic tattoo? I already know the answer to this.
Yeah, and I can't show you because I'm currently sitting in my underwear, so no.
I know you, Lisa. We're going to have a few on here. So please, Lisa, show us. But you have got one, haven't you?
Yes, my lower back. It's just the Olympic rings, but I want to add to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to add to it. Well, at the moment, it's just like coloured rings, but I want to outline it in dark, and I want to do like the Greek numbers for the competition that I did, and then add something else in it. I'm not sure what yet. But...
Did you get that before you went to the Olympics? Or
no, after. I literally went out, finished my competition. I think I cut my hair. I went and put highlights in my hair and cut it, and then yes, Scott, we know.
I've always been your biggest fans.
I know. I literally went and got my nose pierced. No, I did that before. I went and got my belly button pierced, and then I got a tattoo, like literally days after I competed.
Jesus Christ.
So, but yes, my brothers used to go to.
Do you actually enjoy watching the competitions on TV now, Lisa, or do you watch it too critically?
No, I don't think I'm critical. I think
you're quite supportive of the girls.
I think I would be a bloody marvelous commentator, or at least I'd be honest. I mean, and after stuff, I like that they spill on there. I'm just like, normal people are not going to understand this. I do like watching it. If I'm honest, I get nervous when I know the people that compete, and I get nervous, and I'm probably like a bit like, I don't know, I jump. Especially if I'm watching it, like if I'm in the arena watching, I'm like, oof, like I'm really jumpy with it. I would say more so than critical. I'm like, I get jumpy with mistakes.
Yeah, you're sitting there wanting them to do well and stuff. So what's your favourite vault, bar, beam, floor? If you
me competing,
yeah,
floor definitely.
Is that because you're better at that one? Is that your?
I just enjoy. I like dancing. I choreograph all my floor routines. So like. For me, I really get into it. It's like a show. Like I love the artistry of floor. Yes. I love the artistry of being able to have a routine that is you and you can perform it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I like to dance.
I do. I'm obsessed with it. I literally love it. I love watching it because it is, especially the floor. The floor's the best bit. I like the music. I like, as I say, the.
Well, I used to backspin. I used to like break dance backspin in my floor routine. So.
Oh, bless Larissa, my girl. Oh, bless her.
She's lovely. I miss her.
That's the mum in you getting jumpy. When you become
probably, Michael, probably.
So on becoming a mum, did you put it on your kids to, do gymnastics? Have you left it down to them to choose? Did you try and push them into it? Is it something you'd want them to do?
I think Lana, I think gymnastics is really good for any kid. One, because it just sets you up for pretty much any sport. I think it helps them.
Well, obviously, Elise used to go for like 5 years at King's.
Yeah, coordination. It teaches them to engage their brains a little bit more with what they're doing with their bodies, and I think it's a great start up. I think it really is, and it helps them with core strength, flexibility, everything you need, really. So
is Yolana doing gymnastics at the minute?
No. Yolana's a different story. Lana is so talented. She's so talented in so many things.
Many things. She's just like you. Looks just like you. When I came on the screen, so I was like, is that Lana? Is that Lisa?
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah.
Huh?
Lana could have been an amazing gymnast, an amazing tumbler, an amazing trampoliner. She touched on all of them. All the national coaches wanted to fast track her. She just didn't want it. And I'm not going to force her to do something she don't want to do. She did athletics for a while, which again, really good at. She made national finals, and then COVID hit and she kind of lost interest in that. So I think Sienna, though, she's like very different. She's a lot more flexible, and she's an absolute.
I remember you having her pretty much doing the splits before she could walk.
She could do that. She could hang up. So I'm walking as I'm talking because my laptop has literally told me I've got no battery. That's my daughter watching YouTube. But yeah, Sienna definitely. She started gymnastics now, so she's just doing little bits. But she's taught herself how to flip on the trampoline and do all of that stuff.
Remind me how old Sienna is?
She's 4. Going on 24, I'd like to add.
Yeah, I know that. Mum of 2 girls as well. Great to hear Lisa's life as an Olympian. Soups, did you see the gymnast from Costa Rica taking the knee after the floor routine?
No, I did not.
I did not see that. Soups, tell us some more because I want to know what's going on. Hi, Chantal. Hi. Are you going to give everyone... You still have it with a live backflip. I don't know if she wants to do it in her pants, but I mean, I'm up for it, Lisa.
I'll find some pants. You might get something.
Find some pants before the end of the show so we can see when you flips. Oh, Jay, are you ever too old to learn gymnastics? I mean, I'm presuming yes, the bones and stuff.
Not really. I think, you know what? If I'm honest, the difficulty between teaching children and teaching adults is the fear factor. Like adults are way more aware that they can hurt themselves is what we'll say, so they're a lot more like, I don't know, they get more mind blocks than kids will. Kids just kind of go, right, okay, so you want me to flip back, okay, cool. Whereas adults are like, well, if I go back and I don't do it right, am I going to break my neck? And it's like, no. So,
that's me, mate. I'm like, I want to do it, but I'm just like, nah. I don't.
One of those YOLO moments. Just wing it. Just do it.
All the time. Hi, Sinead.
Hi, Sinead.
Oh, bless her. There's so many people. We've got someone else saying a live backflip would be lit.
I think I've got the room, to be fair.
So what your daily routine, Lisa? Because obviously, you're a similar age to me, but
my daily routine right now is not much. At the moment, not much. I'm waiting for my daughter to go to school so I can start back working. That would be nice.
Yeah. So your daily routine in sense of exercise, fitness, what's your day? Do you still train every day?
No, I mean I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
I don't go every day. I'm not like one of those gym heads.
Yeah.
If I don't move, I hurt more if I don't move around. So I need to do something. I miss being in a gymnastics gym and doing stuff. But now they've got adult gym open, so maybe I'll start going back a couple of nights a week.
Sinead's egging you on. She's put garden. Sinead is the egger on her, isn't she? Like if we're out, she's like, have another drink. No, I'm right, Sinead.
Definitely that one. I think Harry can agree with me on that one.
That's right, Sinead. You haven't got to get up for kids and stuff in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Get us all wasted.
She'd be like, do it. Come on, babe. You're fine. You'll be all right.
Actually sounded like Nate. No, you're fine, babes. Come on, say you're cool. Right, Lisa, speak on how you apply for your competitive nature and lessons you have taken from sport to your life outside of sport.
Wow, it's kind of deep, Mike.
I have to read that again, I think.
How I can apply my competitive nature. I think my competitive nature just makes me a stubborn ass cow sometimes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm one of them, Lisa. Are you a Leo?
No. I think that's a very difficult one, because I think from the era that I came from gymnastically, there was a lot of trauma in a lot of areas, not all the time.
Yeah.
So I think that mentally that kind of hindered me maybe a little bit later on in life. It definitely, my competitiveness makes me not want to give up so much if I put my mind to something.
You're competitive in all areas, Lisa. It's not just sport. Like you are quite. Do you know what I mean? You want to be the best. And
well, have you met my brothers? They're the same.
Exactly the same. Since actually, Costa Rican gymnast Luciana Alvarado paid a tribute to the Black Lives Matter movement in a historic Olympic performance. She took the knee at the end. Was wicked. Oh, I've not seen that. I like that though. Yeah, round of applause. I love that. Amazing. Sinead wants to take it back now because obviously.
We're us saying go.
Oh my God! And then we've got Chantel. Do it. You've got to do it. She reckons she should be flipping in the garden.
Oh, okay. Sinead was talking about me flipping in the garden.
I think she said something about Harry knowing something. She just said, I'll take it back. So Harry said, lol, Sinead took it back. I'm crying. She knows she's the worst. Oh, I love it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, if you haven't already, guys, please press the subscribe button and hit the like button. Very, very, very important. Sinead, I'm sorry, Harry, honestly. Can we get Sinead and Harry on the show? I want to know what's going on.
Just put them both on.
Get them in, and we'll get Sinead to flip in the garden.
Oi, Sinead has put one of my Olympic leotards on in her time. Don't let her tell you otherwise. She definitely has. I definitely have pictures, Sinead.
It's her birthday coming up. Have you got any pictures that I can post?
I think she'd kill me if I got that leotard picture out. She'd kill me. I never would do that to you. I love you.
Oh, I love her as well. She came around the other night, but we must all meet up and have a little drinky and a catch up.
Yeah.
Mine and Nate's birthday soon.
I need to find pants if I'm going to flip in the garden.
You need to go and find some pants, Lisa.
My garden's a bloody mess.
Huh?
I said my garden's a bloody mess.
Oh, I doubt it. It's always bloody immaculate every time I see you on there.
Oh gosh, it's terrifying. Yes, but yeah, there we are.
Are we going to get a flip, Lisa? Now?
What? Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, my battery's gonna die. Okay.
It'd be worth it as long as we see the flip. It'd be amazing.
Okay, let me put some. Oh, hang on. Lana's got a room downstairs. She's with pants somewhere. That's the only thing I like about, like, you know, when you have an older kid.
Listen, me and Elise are the same size shoes. Wear the same.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, yeah, we're both a size 4, so it's fine. But the only problem is I'll go in my wardrobe to find an outfit. I'm like, where is it? It's on Elise's bedroom floor. Been there for 2 days. She ain't put it in the washing machine, and I'm like, brilliant. So I can't wear my outfit tonight. Fab, can't wait.
No, Lana's got a bigger foot than me, so that's the only thing that she can't take of mine. So.
Oh, that's all right then.
But she's taller than me.
Yeah, I was going to say she's going to be tall, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, my mum is as well. So I'm really struggling to get these over my arse. That's why. I won't put that in the video. Jesus.
It's right. We've all heard you live on YouTube, babe. It's fine.
My hair's going to freaking mess up as well. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to do it on wet grass.
Sorry,
Really, he's not really making me go outside and do a flip, you know.
Yeah.
And it's raining.
Is it? I don't want you slipping and having another broken arm.
Hang on.
Hang on. Get the blame for this one.
Can you see this? Okay. Damn you guys.
Come on, girl. Woo! Oh my god, I love it. Woo! I can do that, guys, but obviously I ain't got enough room in my living room, so I don't want to knock any lights out or embarrass Lisa. Do you know what I mean? She is a former Olympian.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I loved it. So what's next for Lisa? So I know that you're having an interview tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just talking about Olympic stuff.
That's just Olympic stuff. What else have we got going on?
I've got a few things in the pipeline that I'm not allowed to talk about at the moment. But
yeah, is it right that you were doing stunt kind of doubles? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did stunt work. Went a bit quiet, obviously, over COVID.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, that's just, it's hard getting on the stunt register and doing all that, and plus my age kind of goes against me a little bit. So
yeah. What's next for Lisa after you can't do your stunt double and you?
Honestly, I am working on trying to put together kind of like a fitness program for women.
Amazing.
I don't really want to go into too much detail, but it's something that I believe no one else is doing. So yeah, it's about empowerment and it's about, you know, being your best self. So.
Trix has given you an 8.9 for that flip, by the way.
She'll be landing.
What's this moving to the US?
Yeah, apparently.
What is this hearsay or is it somewhere you do want to be?
I know. I've always wanted to be there. Obviously, like I met Michael and all of them out there when I was with my ex, but I was out there working before I met him, so there was kind of seeds planted out there before that. Mm-hmm. But definitely somewhere I would like to be. I love working out there. It's very different, especially gymnastically. Teaching out there it's very different for me anyway. I find I love teaching out at the summer camps and doing all that. I like being out there.
But was that where you was? What part of America was that?
Well, I teach out in I was in Baltimore, I was in Pennsylvania, I was out, you know, Spokane, LA, so a couple of places, but I definitely would like to stay on the East Coast.
Yeah,
for sure. I do love Baltimore. I think my heart will always be there because, you know, I had a lot of good times. I met a lot of great people there. I've made, you know, friends for life from Baltimore. So it's somewhere that I'll always be fond of. And I love New York as well. So who knows? Who knows? We'll know in due time. But yeah, it's definitely not something I would say no to. I would very much be up for being out there. So
oh god, I'd love to be out there. Jonathan, are you saying watch this space because you've seen something in the future? Because I know you love to read the future, or are you kind of hinting to us? No, you said you're not leaving.
Oh gosh, no, you're not.
I think Nate's going to be very happy if you leave the UK.
I'm waiting for my mum to pipe in now and tell me I can't.
Can you imagine your mum wanting you to go out there permanently?
No. She'll be like, as long as you've got a house for me.
Oh yeah, she'll think of the
I'll come with you. I'll come with you.
Mate, I'll be going out there if you go out there. I'm actually quite lucky. I've got friends who live on the Gold Coast in Australia that I can always go and visit. I've got friends in South Africa. I've got friends in America. So I'm quite lucky. I've got friends in Marbella. So whenever I want to go on holiday, I'm like, right, who should I visit now?
Yeah, just need a flight.
Jonathan, what girl's got this? Oh, I do love Jonathan, bless him. What ones we got? I'll set that one. No warm up and nothing. Oh, you done your flip with no warm up. Right. So, what's your daily dietary kind of? Are you quite good with diet? Do you? Yeah, you always look like you're eating healthy.
Do you know what it is? I'll be really honest with you. I prefer healthier things. That's all it is. But if I fancy a Burger King, I'll go and have a Burger King. Like,
Yeah.
I try to be conscious with, well, you know, if I want something sweet, I would, you know, okay, let me go and get some raspberries or strawberries as opposed to strawberries from Haribo. But I do love a strawberry from Haribo.
Mum said you're allowed to leave, but you got to take her with you.
See, I told you. She'd be like, all right, as long as I can come with you. Scott might not have to help you on the DIY projects if you. No, it's just a holiday. It's work. It's a working vacation, Scott.
I can't imagine you need much help either.
You'd be surprised. Scott's my saviour.
Huh?
No, I said Scott's my saviour.
Oh, Scott's a lad, bless him. Your mum said you're a good cook. What's your speciality, Lisa? What do you cook?
I think Sinead and that lot can all back that I'm a good cook. I don't know. They can tell you what they like of my food. They've pretty much tried everything, so I don't know. I like cooking most things. I'm very good at cooking Wagamamas from scratch. But I like cooking like jerk chicken and curry chicken. See, Sinead, everything.
What are you up to tomorrow, Lisa? I'm hungry. You know, like I sit here and I always think, well, I really want some like curried chicken or curried goat, rice and peas, and there's nowhere really in MK. You've got the odd.
I'll make some for you, Holly, and then you can come and have some.
Oh, next time.
I'll cook. You bring the wine, and we'll be good.
Listen, I'm on my way. I've got the wine in the fridge. I'm ready when you are, mate, because that is literally my food. I love it. Chris looking glam, ladies. Oh God, I don't look glam.
Oh, bloody like glam you do. Jeez.
Never. Great show. Sinead, pecan pie is the one, just saying. Oh, is that what we're getting for dessert as well? Sinead, come on. Lisa,
you know what it is? So this year, because Sienna's dad's American, like I celebrate Thanksgiving for her now. So for Thanksgiving, I did a big, massive Thanksgiving dinner. So Sinead and Chantel and their fellas and that lot came over, and like we had a big feast, and I cooked like pecan pie, sweet potato pie.
You know, I've kept this away from me because I've not heard about this, Lisa. Because your
candy yams,
your jerk chicken's awesome.
See,
Chantel curry lasagna soup, jerk chicken. Your mum's saying curried goat. I'm coming round for a buffet, mate, because this sounds amazing. Jack loves some jerk chicken. Me too, Jack's my favourite.
Mac and cheese.
I can actually make
jams, you see?
Not that it's that difficult. Look at me. I can make the mac and cheese. I can make the cheese on toast. Nah. I'm all right, but I just do like spaghetti bolognese, lasagna. I might do a curry now and again and stuff like that. But I just eat chicken, veg and rice most nights.
Nice.
Or takeaway. And then, Logan, love the stream. Right, David, what's a movie role that you wish you could stunt double for?
Oh, geez. Tomb Raider, probably. That or Catwoman.
Oh, Catwoman. You'd be a sick Catwoman.
I'd like to just do the damn movie. Why can't I could be Wonder Woman.
I think you could, to be fair. Get that latex out, mate, and you're on there.
Wait, watch out for Halloween, eh?
Oh, yeah. We've got to start this date then for food, because soups. I just ate, but I'm hungry again now. I am hungry now. Jack's put favourite Chelsea player. I think he might be talking to me because he knows I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, definitely no Chelsea fan.
Mason Mount, Mason Mount. He's the one, I think. What else we've got? What's this one? Your mum said.
I don't know what she's talking about.
That's what I said. What did your mum just say? I thought maybe that was some kind of speciality dish.
Oh, She-Ra. She's trying to say She-Ra.
Oh, She-Ra, yes.
From
He-Man. I think it's a dish in Baltimore that you've been cooking.
I was like, isn't that cat food? That's She-Ra though, isn't it?
Talking of cats, has your cat come home yet, Lisa, or what?
It hasn't. I've lost my cat. I'm really sad, actually. It's been like the third day, and like, there's me in my head. I'm ringing because he's microchipped, so I'm ringing the people and saying, "I've lost my cat. He hasn't come home. Like, can you track him?" And they're like, "It's not a GPS." I'm like, "Oh my god, you know." But
to be fair, mine didn't come home for 3 or 4 days before, and she came back. So don't worry yet. And I've never been a Catwoman ever, because I was working so many hours. The kids were like, "Can we have a dog?" This was when I was working extremely long hours. I
Mm.
was like, no dogs. They were like, right, cat then. And I'm like, no, not a cat. And then it ended up that my friend had this tiny little cat, and she was like, oh, they're giving her away for free. You got to take her. And I'm like,
I paid £100 for my damn cat. It's just a basic black cat. Like,
yeah. Listen, after that, they're all selling for 400, 500, 600 quid now. I remember when I used to buy cats for 30 quid.
yeah.
And then when I look on Gumtree now, I'm like, me, 500, 600.
Dude, we got an Alsatian when we were a kid. We were down the chip shop and the guy sold him for £5 with everything.
Oh my God.
We came back with a bag of chips and an Alsatian.
Oh my God. My mum and dad bought one of them, and German Shepherd. I think they must have paid about 500, 600 quid, but that was actually quite cheap back then. Right, what have we got now? If you could go back in time and reverse one thing in your life, Lisa, what would it be?
I don't know why you've asked me this question, Michael, because you damn well know what my answer will be.
I want to know now. Lisa's thinking, can I say it or can't I?
Oh, for goodness sake. Let's just say I would have left when I should have left. That's all I'm going to say.
Talking about America or?
Come on in America.
Take that as you will, everyone. Simon, that cat has a whole other family, lol.
Yeah, well, I would rather it have a whole other family than be dead in a freaking bush somewhere because it's been hit by a car. So
that's true. We couldn't find ours for a few days, and we're looking out the back, and I keep seeing it going through the neighbour's cat flap. He must be feeding them in there.
Yeah, happened to my other cat when I was younger.
Yeah. Right. Next comment.
What the hell is this?
Right, not to drink Ray is Sinead. What you could reverse in life.
This is yeah. We weren't drinking Ray. That's your not to do. I don't mind a little bit of Ray, nephews. To be fair, I think you know what it is. I threw a big party at my house years ago, and I made a big rum punch, and I put so much Ray nephews in there, and it messed up everybody. And since then, none of my friends can drink Ray nephews. So.
So we'll just come and eat round yours and not drink then, Lisa, because I'm worried I won't leave in the right state.
What's this? I found gymnastics.
Chris, go on then. I found gymnastics consumes your life. 7 days a week training, food from containers, trips to Lillishall. Would you get your kids into gymnastics knowing the dedication does not match the rewards?
I want to say the dedication doesn't match the rewards per se. I think when I trained, it was very different than what it is now. You know, we never had people looking out for our best interest and well-being. And I think that's still lacking now, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. I'm tiptoeing very carefully on that. But we didn't have the stuff that they have now. They have nutritionists. They have, they have people that help them with mental blocks. They've got, physios. They've got everything.
Yeah, they've got a lot more.
We literally had a big physio called Gertie, and she would literally just whack ice on us and give us painkillers and go get on with it.
Harry, Sinead, look after her. We know she doesn't handle drink well. Is that you, Lisa?
Well, we know why I didn't handle that drink well.
Sinead seems to think you nearly killed them.
No, Sinead, no. Come on now. Anyway,
right,
yes.
We need more of the story about leaving when you should have. I think Lisa's silence told us that we couldn't go any further with that one, so I'll leave that one there.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's in the past. It is what it is. You learn your lesson. You get what you need to learn from it. If you don't learn from it, you repeat it. So Michael has been my therapist pretty much. So,
Michael. Sinead, let's stop. Love you. Great show. Love that. You did a flip. Just been sent a clip. Talk. Oh, Michael, talk. Give the people what they want. No names.
Oh.
Michael wants you to talk.
I was in a very toxic, narcissistic relationship, and it caused a lot of damage, and it would have been better for my mental, emotional health if I had left at the beginning, but having kids makes things very difficult, and it's been very challenging, and it still is to this day. It's very it's a life lesson. Yeah, it definitely is a life lesson. I definitely know how to recognize red flags. I mean, to be honest with you, I never even knew what a narcissist was until I met this individual. And
it's weird how you can just meet that one person in life and you think that
yeah.
everyone's normal, and it's not even that you're naive, it's just like you just think people have the same heart as you, don't you? And you don't think that people
That's
do
the
you that
thing.
way. But
We
it
judge
doesn't matter
people.
how much people, like how much love you give to someone sometimes, or how much you give to them and how much you're there for them and you support them. I've realised, especially over the last couple of months, that you might give all that to someone, but they might not give it back to you. I mean, their intentions are different than yours.
I think that's one of the hardest things, I think, for me, is very much like trying not to judge people by my own standards, because what I would do, how I would handle things, are not necessarily how people will do. And it's a tough one, and it's a really hard one to kind of swallow, because it's like you'll sit there and like, why would someone do that? Because in my head, you know, when I care about people, I care about them. I wouldn't think of ever doing anything to intentionally hurt them or to make them think or feel any type of way or negatively, or, you know, if people around me are feeling down about them, so you raise them up, you know. So it's very much it's still a hard thing for me to process, and it's still a hard thing for me to accept what happened and process it. I am learning. What has been good is, you know, I have been open and spoken about things, and I've had a lot of females and even males actually that have, you know, come to me and expressed how it has helped them for me to talk about it, because they thought that they were in this situation by themselves and they've dealt with similar things. Everyone processes things at a different pace and at a different time. It took me a lot longer to handle things that I would have liked, even though there are other people that have, you know, survived narcissism.
I think it's harder though when you get older, Lisa, because you feel like you've been there, you've learnt lessons, and you feel like as you get older, maybe you're picking the right person this time. Do you know what I mean? And you I felt like a bit hard on myself in recent times, thinking, why am I going through this again? Do you know what I mean? When do you get your happy ever after? Do you know what I mean? When do you
I think that's the key thing though. You know, we someone said to me, what are you angry about? And I said myself. Like, I'm angry at myself, because it's not that we're picking the wrong people. You got to understand, with narcissistic people, they present such a good version of themselves. It is a whole scam, and the version that they present,
the person you fall in love with doesn't exist.
Is not that person, and that is what's hard to understand and process. Is the fact that you've been fooled and you've been tricked, and it's like, this can't be fake. Everything that I felt was real. Everything that I did was real. I was genuine. I was open. So are you telling me that this is not real? And it's kind of like you end up with this trauma bond. And with the trauma bond, you know, you stay. This was the thing that everyone, why did you stay? Why did you stay? And it's like, I stayed because I was in a trauma bond. I was looking for that.
But you loved the person you thought that he was as well.
Yeah.
You stay in love with that person and you think, oh, this is just a blip. You know, they'll go back to how they were, but they don't. It's almost like they drag you in, almost sell you a dream, and you believe that because you're.
But they have their days where they're really nice, and they give you that euphoria again, and it makes you feel like, you know what, this is it. He is this person, or she is this person, you know, and you get that buzz like a drug. And so then when all these bad days are happening, you're constantly craving for that. So you end up changing,
because you crave that, what they give you in their good time, you know, the attention, the love, and you just crave that. So when they are being nasty or narcissistic, you're just craving that because you know you've had it from them before. You know they can give that, but it doesn't.
And the thing that's very tricky is they're very good. This is not something that happens overnight. And that's what people don't get. This is not something that all of a sudden they just present this horrible person, and it's slowly little things, and it will be slow little things like, should you be wearing that? Do you think you look nice in that? Little things that chip away at you and make you question yourself. It makes you question your mindset, your sanity. So you start, I mean, I remember messaging my friends like, am I going crazy? And I would have to screenshot things to them.
I used to do that as well. Am I mad? Am I?
This in your phone? Like, can you do? And I'm there, I'd be like, you know, am I crazy? Am I imagining this? And they're like, no. Look. And they would pull up all these screenshots. This is what happened. And they would show it to me because I'd be too scared to have anything on my phone because, you know, he would see or like, and I was just like, oh my God. But, you know, there were some very good times. I'm not going to say that there wasn't. There were some good times. It just was a very toxic environment that, you know, I would say damn near broke me. It didn't break me, but, you know, it's COVID hit. And I think for me, that was a good thing because I actually just needed that time for me.
Yeah.
And I needed that time with my girls because I needed that time to actually process everything that had happened to me. Yeah. And there's only a handful, not even a handful, there's like 2 people that really know the ins and outs of what happened and the details that happened with me. But for me to process and understand the mind of a narcissist and why, not necessarily why they do things, but kind of, I guess, why they do things, the fact that it's not you, the different type of narcissists that they are.
And they're at making you believe that it's you and that you're the crazy.
Yeah,
that's,
it helped for me to speak to other people that have been through it. It helped for me to research what it was because like you said, you know, you realize it's not your fault. It's not you. This is just who they are. And you kind of have to, in the end, for me, it helped me to kind of be like, you can't be hurt. This person is sick. You know, it's a personality disorder that they can't change. And that's just who they are. This isn't anything to do with you, your worth, or what you didn't do as a partner, as a friend, whatever, you know, as a daughter, because there's so many people I spoke to that have narcissistic parents. You know, it's not something that you're doing. It is ultimately something that's wrong with them. So you kind of have to change the way that you look at them and realize that actually, you know, they're the ones that aren't well and you can't take it personally because this is just who they are.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
a rose will always blossom and you are the brightest flower in the garden. Love her. Bye, Della. You're right, babe. What else? Okay, Michael, if someone is relating to your story right now, what are the signs that they are with this type of person? So signs of a narcissist that you've looked into and you've kind of...
I saw the gaslighting and love bombing. Generally, I think the key thing to a lot of narcissists are at the beginning, they rush in. It is, you are love bombed. You know, they want everything. I think
that's what pulls you in, isn't it? Because the way that they are so loving and nice in the beginning that you think, wow.
Yeah. Is this it? I blame Disney. Disney fucked us up. That's it.
Oh, it did. I still blame Disney.
I would say, yeah, definitely, you know, the signs are moving very quickly because anyone really in their right. I mean, I get like if something feels right, you're automatically going to be drawn to each other. But when someone's very demanding of your time, you know, constantly trying to withdraw you from other people, I guess is what I'm going to say. It was always alone time. It wasn't like, okay, let's get in the mix with, these are my friends, these are my family. It was like, you're with me, and that was it. Yeah. And it was,
that's a big trait. That's a massive trait, that one, Lisa.
Yeah. Also, I think, you know, the sly little critiques and digs that want to kind of hinder, because a narcissist will, you know, they have their mask on and they will slowly kind of give you a little peep of, look of it.
How beautiful you are, or how nice you are as a person, they will.
They will. But I think, I think the key thing is a lot of us, men and women, we choose to ignore a lot of the signs.
We do.
Because of what we think this scenario is going to be. what it could be. A lot of us fall in love with potential as opposed to that person and what they're actually showing us.
Yeah.
You know?
Michael, if someone's going through this right now, what did you do to heal? What are you doing to recover from the hurt that this relationship caused you?
Do you know what? Speaking about it, because, you know, I think a lot of the time you get into such a routine that you think this is normal.
Yeah, you do. I think the way I always did, the way I've dealt with it is I just block it out. I just block everything, and I move and I go away from the situation, and I keep busy, because I know if I hear from that situation, then you've got the potential in the beginning to fold and go back to where you was. I need to be completely locked off, away from the scenario, and just keep busy, because the truth of the matter is it's time. Time heals, you know, because the first few days, the first few weeks are the worst, aren't they? And I always feel like, as well, Lisa, girls feel it first. It hits us first. We're like, oh my God, like, it's sad. And boys don't realise until later when it's too late. And that's the problem. And that's what I think, girls always feel it first. Boys feel it a bit later. That's what I've always seen anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I think you know, talking about it helped, because it was kind of like when you say things out loud to somebody, and then you see their face and their reaction of what you're saying.
That's when you realise how
fucked up it was.
Every time I explain the situation to someone, they're like, "Are you having me on? Are you okay? Like, you're Hollie. Like, you're a confident girl.
Because you're confident, and you've got, you know, you can talk, and you're one of these. You're like me. You're just, you know.
How do you part of this shit? They don't see it. But you get wrapped up in it, and I feel that, Lisa. I've been there, I've seen it, I've done it. Yeah. You do get wrapped up in it.
I think it's very easy for so many people to come. I mean, everyone has narcissistic traits, but I think it's very easy in this day and age to become more narcissistic than anything else, especially with social media.
Social media fucked a lot of things. As good as it is, it's amazing for so many platforms, so many about.
But this is why I like to say I pride myself on being me and being real and being genuine, because I can't deal with that extra shit of pretending to be someone I'm not. This is why when I'm having a shit day, I'll vent on social media and be like, no, I'm fucking pissed off. I can't stand these people.
A lot of people on social media don't show their bad days.
No, it's all like, a great day and thanks for it.
I'm one of them. If I'm having a bad day, mate, I just don't post. I don't fucking say anything, because I'm just like, no, I just go and deal with it myself. I'm quite like that. I like to just be in my own little bubble and try and deal with it myself. I just block myself out from anything that I know is going to push me back.
I think, though, talking about that, though, with regards to healing as well, I think for me, a lot of it, because I was in such a negative space for such a long time, my mind was like that. And trying to, it sounds a bit cliche, but looking at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. And again, this whole COVID lockdown, it helped me to heal a lot, because I had to sit back and reflect and be like, well, actually, yes, I went through some trauma. Yes, this is a shit situation, but you know what? I am actually flipping blessed, and I'm very lucky. I've got good people around me. My kids are happy. I've got a nice house. You know, I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Like, this could be so much worse than it is. So I've tried to switch it up, and it has been a process. And like I said, everyone heals at different times and understands things at a different pace than everyone else. You can't expect someone to heal like you do because you did it that way. And I think that's what's important.
People feel it and heal differently, Lisa, and people deal with things differently, you know. Some people,
but I think, like, for me, my friends particularly, like, they have sat there and watched all of this and sat there on the phone with me crying and hearing everything. And I know they must have been fucking going out of their bloody minds, like, oh, this motherfucker again.
My friends do that to me all the time.
You know, but honestly, I could never have gotten through that chapter in my life if it wasn't for them, honestly, because they literally sat there and listened to me fucking moan and cry and deal, even, like, you know, the odd thing now and again I may moan about, but you know, honestly, I think it's good to have some support of people that actually listen to you, even if they're not, you know, responding necessarily, but they're listening to you talk about it, because I think that's important.
Oh, love you, Sinead. Thank you. So got another one just from Michael. So this is going to be the last question probably we'll get time for. What has life taught you about your ideal partner? Do they look different now from what you thought they looked like 10 years ago?
I don't think I have an idea of an image of what someone looks like. I think for me,
I don't know if he means it looks. I think he means like,
my ideal partner.
As a person, like, do you look for something different now than what you did kind of 10 years ago?
No, because I think the ultimate goal is still just to be happy. I think someone that makes me laugh, and
I always say,
you know what? Actually,
they're halfway there, aren't they?
You know, they are. Just, I think it's important to just have somebody that
I feel like they need to be your best friend as
you
well.
can be a friend. That you
be your friend first. Got to make you laugh. As long as they're respectful to you. They don't let you pat like their mates talk to you like shit. They don't talk to you like shit. They treat you as a woman. Because I'm quite like, don't get me wrong, I F and Jeff and all that kind of stuff, and like, drop the odd C-bomb now and again, quite often. But you know, I just mean generally respect you. Like my biggest thing is I don't like to be embarrassed. Like,
oh, me too.
Don't fucking embarrass me. Don't have me embarrassed. Like, listen, if you want to go at any point or whatever, bye, see you later, till I'll fuck off. Don't embarrass me. Once you start embarrassing me and you start being around other females or whatever, see you later. It's gone. Like that's dumb. I
think that was the hard part of me with my you know, previous relationship was I was embarrassed a lot. I was humiliated, and I think that's a
horrible as a woman.
Huh?
I said it's fucking humiliating as a woman, isn't it? To know that the person, especially that you love the bones of, and the thought of them ever being with other people, just it makes you ill anyway. But then the humiliation, the embarrassment on top of that, it's just too much. If it's ever that, just leave, see ya, go.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I just, you know, sex is great and that's wonderful, and you know, that's also important. Sorry, Mum, if you're talking about this. And stuff.
Sorry, Dad.
That's it's important, but it's not everything, and you've got to be able to just sit there and actually have a fucking conversation, or just lay there and be in someone's presence, knowing that, you know what, when you're having a shit day, that person can be like, you know what can I do to help?
Yeah.
How can I
make that? You know, someone that supports you and goes, how can we make this better? And I think someone that does that, instead of just going, oh, you're sad, oh, bless you, you'll be all right later, I'll speak to you later. That will piss me off. I like someone that's supportive with you and go, you know, you've had a bad day. This has happened. Don't worry, babe. I'll sort it. I mean, and that
bring me a cup of tea and rub my feet. I'll be all right.
It would be sweet. It's lovely. Listen, Lisa, I could sit here all night and chat to you about guys and all that kind of stuff. But you know, hopefully one day we'll meet our Prince Charming. Maybe someone will come along and give us the vibe we need. But until then, do you know what I mean?
We're on the
waiting patiently. Listen, I'm coming round soon for some
I'll make that up this week. I'll make some up this week.
Please do. Lovely talking to you, Lisa.
Thank you, darling.
Nice to have you on the show. You look beautiful. Take care.
Thank you too. Take care. Bye-bye.